Hello. Come on in, everybody. Lots of room for you. Let's see who's going to pop in on my scope today. It's always interesting lately who's going to pop in, and what's the convo going to be like? What are we going to talk about? I got a few things to cover, energy wise, as we are heading into. We're heading into the storm, baby. We're heading into the storm. Here we go. High energy today. Oh yeah. Yes. We got it going. We got it coming in. With everything coming forward for us. It's where to begin? So, first of all, where do we begin? Of course with me, My name is Mary June Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and watching the replay. I have a lot of things coming up, and we got September 29th. Set your October calendar. Let's get going, because October is going to be cray-cray. So if you want to set your October calendar up and start to look at what days are good for doing different things. So with the aspects that are coming forward, we are heading into Saturn is going forward, and I'm going to talk about more of that and what that means for all of us in the coming few days, so that you have sort of a heads up on what's coming forth. So this is really taking a look at, if you're going to do any special spell work, spiritual work, letting go, shadow work, things like that. It's good to know what aspects are going on, because some aspects work better than others. So September 29th, it's $10. Come and join me. We're going to sit down, have a little powwow, and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to discuss what it is that we would like to create and go over the October calendar. Also, we have the Celtic Moon coming up. So the Celtic Moon workshop, it's a 1-year workshop, but we're going to start on October 24th. And we're going to go over the aspects on creating elixirs, for what part of the moons, and what part of the moons are going to work with different elixirs that we are going to create for ourselves. So kind of coming into this energy of, what do we want to maybe conjure? Conjure has been my word lately, so we'll be conjuring some energies for the whole year from 2020 into 2021. We also have ancestors. Come and meet your ancestors November 1st. It's right, and we're going to be still in that full moon energy from October 31st, which is the blue moon. So we'll still be in this beautiful energy of the full moon and stepping into meeting our ancestors. And I'll be doing a meditation and connecting us all into the spiritual realm. And there's so much coming up. And if you want to book definitely a chart reading or a reading, get a hold of me. I'm booking into October right now and into the middle of October. So, and a heads up for those with the auction, if you haven't been using your readings and you're holding on for some reason, I can't guarantee anything after the end of the year for your readings, unless you've, really have contacted me and you've been using your readings. The one main reason, because 2021 is bringing in a whole new element to my business, a whole new element to things that I'm going to be stepping into and going forward into. And so when it comes to the auction, I do want to uphold my end of the bargain. I'm here. I try and make myself available as much as I can. But if you're not paying attention, it's not up to me to go after you. Honestly, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to go and get people, and constantly be looking up, oh, do you have a reading left? I'm sorry. I've had do I have how many readings left? And I have to go back and I have to go up. And yes, I do keep account for it, but that's time out of my hands. That's time, for me. And it does take time for me to look at all of that. And of course, my daughter walks into the room. As soon as I'm talking, like typical air, right? Aquarius, it's all about her. Come show people. She doesn't want to show people. She's going for a job interview. She looks really sexy, but she's scared to show people. Does it look okay? Yes, you do. You look very nice. Very professional. Hello, Olivia. Everybody's saying hello. No, she doesn't want to see. She's very shy. but she's not really. But it's this energy, you know, that's coming forth, and I got other things I want to focus on. So it's a give and take for responsibility. You looking at yours. I had a beautiful person contact me today, and she said, I have one left. And I go, yes, you do. Here we go. Let's get started. I have people who bought their ghost walks from last year and haven't utilized them. And I know we've had COVID and all of that, but still, even last year, they didn't get a hold of me. So if you want to do your ghost walk and you bought your ghost walk from me, we're heading into October, and I only have a couple days in October that I can actually do it, because I'm not going to be doing it afterwards. Because I know there's shit coming down. Shit's coming down the pipeline. So just on that, I'm just so feisty today. The Scorpio's feisty. Got Scorpio feistiness happening. Why is she so feisty? Wow. Why am I so feisty? Well, Mercury's slowing down and it's heading towards, Mercury's heading towards Scorpio. So we got a lot of Scorpio energy. Plus, if you follow a Vedic astrology, the nodes changed into Taurus and Scorpio. So that's on sidereal astrology. So that, that's sort of a side note on different, there's always some other energies that are always working around us. We also have this Venus. This Venus is, she's in a yod, and she's in a perfect yod today, with quincunxing Neptune and Saturn. But the thing is, with all of this energy that's coming in, and it's like, whoa, the big part that I feel for all of us, and it came up in the reading today, was the Hangman. The Hangman came up, and the Hangman is perspective. What is your perspective on your life? The Hangman comes up because it's like, it's time to take a pause and take a deep breath and review your plans. This is like, what are the options at this time? What are you all tied up with? And what are you holding back on? This is not a time of victimhood. If you're keeping yourself in a victimhood, or, oh, woe is me, and look at the world, and the world's all fucked up, and COVID did this to me. It's like, I'm sorry. It's like there's so much other energy that's coming in and saying, let us take a look deeply at where we want to go in the relationships that we are in. This energy that is, that Jupiter trining Neptune does bring in some really nice, beautiful energy. But, a lot of us are in this survival mode, and we want to survive, and we're just all freaking out. But it's the right people. It's getting our ducks in a row. It's pushing ahead and saying, this is where I want to go, and this is what I want to learn. There's so many ways of receiving the information that you want. There's so many wonderful ways of learning and expanding and creating that are at our fingertips that never have been before. Yeah, we have the moon in Capricorn right now, and it's harsh because the moon doesn't want to be in Capricorn. The sun is in a fall position. It doesn't want to be there. Yet there is this part where, Mars is squaring off Saturn, right? And it's opposing Mercury. And we have this energy that's coming in, and it's kind of edgy. We got this edginess that's coming in. And this edginess of energies is shedding off. This is about us slimming to our essentials. But the thing is that slimming to our essentials doesn't mean starvation and destitute and, oh, woe is me. No, that's not what it is. Slimming off to our essentials can bring in some beautiful essence to who we are, can get us to look at things in a new way. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be easy, but we've got to get curious and excited. We got to start looking into. And if you're, and this is where this energy is coming in, you got to do it. This is where we're facing off this destiny of showing off, and you got to face off the ego. We got to dust off that ego, and that is where we're headed. This is where it's coming in. It's very rough for those not paying attention. It's very rough. You're going to find a lot of people who are not paying attention, who are not in the flow, who don't want to do anything, who don't want to do their work, and who are going like, I know it. I know the truth. Every time I do that, that's just what happens. Yeah. That's my whiny one. Yeah. And this is like, if you're going into that, yeah, well, then that's exactly what's going to happen. There is some, the judgment that came down for in Kentucky, and the policeman's not being charged. This is part, this is where, and this is going to sound so horrible, and some people are going to take such an offense. That is a horrible situation, and it's out of our control. It's out of my control. I can't do anything about it, right? It's out of a lot of people's control, but what can you control? What can you do to make the changes? What can you do to create a new change in your own life, right? Put her straight. Oh, you're not dead, Dana? So this is, put them straight, right? Get on that broomstick, girl. Oh my God. This is where you got to focus on you. I can't focus on God bless the people down in Kentucky. I can't focus on God bless the people that are living in Oregon or down in California, or the ones that are having issues down in Nova Scotia or Quebec or those places. But what I can focus on is me. And what I need to do. What is my purpose? What am I here to do? How do I need to slim down my world? And that not buying into the crazy. Not buying into the fucked upness that's out there. Because it's fucked up. And this is where it's like, if you are coming into and you think you know everything that I know that's always happens that way. Fuck you. Because it doesn't have to. It's time to get curious. It's time for us to come into our world and say, this is what I need to do. Not buying into the next thing. Not buying into what out there says that you have to be or do or say or walk or whatever it is. This energy is coming in and saying, if this is where you need to go and you want to get curious about it, time to get curious. Time to step forward into it, and not allowing others or other things or the news or advertising to say you need this and this is the way you need to look. No. This energy, there's some beautiful things with Venus coming in and saying this is how this is where I need to be. If I do that, if I focus on my greatness, if I focus on my beauty, if I focus on the vibration of bringing in that into what I desire, could you imagine? Just imagine the beauty we could bring into this world if we start looking at our beauty and start to allow that to shine out. Shine out. But if we become that hangman and get all tied up and feel trapped, we're going to miss out on the beauty of the opportunities that are within us. We're going to get so cray-cray about other people and freaking out about other things, right? Because that's where this energy is coming in. This energy is coming in to show us. And are you being sold out? This is where this love and happiness and laughter, if that's what you want to bring in, because some of these aspects that are coming in are really nutty. And I can't listening to some of the other astrologers, and looking at it, and I'm picking up on new aspects of everything like that. I'm just like, you can't make this shit up. Like, you just can't. This is like, oh my goodness. This is like, what the fuck? Focusing on your own world is so important. The sun is squaring the moon. There's the first quarter square. It's an emotional clash. Candace is already saying she's feeling it. Feels blah. I can't do anything. I can't go. I just don't have any energy. You know, it's like, yeah, that's harsh, because both of them are, you know, one's in detriment and one's in its fall position. So it's like, fine, I'll be here, but I don't really want to be here. And I feel like I'm going to get burnt out, which is the sun. And the moon is like, fuck, I'd rather be across the street at my mom's house because I'd rather be in Cancer, not Capricorn. It is so harsh. And there's these guys in here that I don't really get along with when they're together. I'd rather deal with them on separate occasions and separately, not all together. So we have this energy. It's just so many, tons of ways, but there's just this so much ways and avenues that we could take to come in to bring our compassion together. There is like looking at this and how we need to begin to structure our world in a more harmonious way. We have this Mercury squaring Saturn, and that's coming in. And all of this is like, when we look at, there's a higher energy of being, of all of this energy just really been working out. And the last time we've had where Saturn is, and and this conjunction with Saturn and Pluto, and since 1284. So that's over 700 years ago that this plan has been put together. 700 years. And Saturn is the one that's been holding it and saying, I have the time. I am patient. I can wait until we meet again to bring things to fruition. And with that, and with this setup of this higher being or this higher energy, it's like, are you falling? You know, many of us have fallen victim to the crazy, to the news, to the media, to all of that that's being perpetrated on us. And this is where we have to start looking into, because of the sun squaring the moon, and it's coming in over the weekend. And on Thursday, so today, the moon is in Capricorn at 9 degrees. So the moon's there. The moon's already in Capricorn. So that's why you're feeling so blah. And finally, you know, feeling tired. And then with Venus in Leo can become quite bitchy. She can become that Manhattan. I got this this energy of this, you know, everything is, you know, bitchy. She becomes bitchy. She's lived a very privileged life. And because, they didn't deliver it at the right address, or they wrapped my pomegranate in the wrong color. I wanted to unfold my pomegranate in gold. You know, that's where Venus can come in. Venus can come in very bitchy in Leo, because she's like, I'm in the king's house. Look at where I am, and I deserve the very best. I deserve all of this. And so that is the one aspect, you know, that could be coming in, right? Okay, see you, Dana. And that's where this energy can come in. It can come in very bitchy and saying and acting like a pompous ass because I deserve this, because look at where I live. I live in Manhattan. I live on the upper levels. I live in my penthouse. You know, this is what I do. I get what I want, and I have my little poof poof dog. And so that Venus can be very bitchy about this too. So, I mean, she could start feeling that vibration, but she doesn't have to. There's no, you know, there's the other side. The North nodes are affecting because they're in Gemini. They're like, I'm wanting to know the truth. And the South node in Sagittarius is just creating all of the crazy, and we're just getting caught up into it. And Mars is making aspects over to it. So it's just throwing a look at it. It's like he's like throwing things over to Sag because it's fire. It's like, give me some help here. I'm dealing with Saturn. And it's like, whoa, hey, you want me to do what? Really? Just, we can figure this out. It'll work out. So this is a trickle down. There's a trickle down energy that's coming in. Things that are up here can affect so much, and we may not realize what is affecting. So that is why we come back into our light, come back into our curiosity, come back into our wonder, because there is a trickle down effect on how things and repercussions can vibrate out. How one action, because sometimes we can't see everything else that goes on. We can't see all the repercussions. Hence, we're going back to Saturn from 1284. And all the setups and everything that has happened since then. Because a lot of our system is set up from 700 years ago. How our governments run, how things are promoted and pushed, and some of the crazy laws that are still on the books. Solid trickle down, and it's everywhere. And how is it affecting you in your life? Not to buy into the control. We don't have to buy into it. We don't have to buy into the cray-cray. You don't have to buy into the new fitness plan or the new diet. You don't have to be forking your money out there. And that Pluto-Saturn conjunction from January, now we have another Pluto-Saturn conjunction. And then we had a Pluto-Saturn conjunction from 37 years ago from Libra. And it's going to meet in another 37 years when it hits Pisces. So we have this energy. We're not even going to go there. 37 years from now, I'll be like, I will be too old to be doing this. So this is where it's like looking at analyzing our good actions, our long-term life. There's some edgy situations that are coming in. There's some edgy war energy, that situations that are coming into our lives. And Chiron is playing it, and Chiron is playing part of our ego and where we want to go. We'll rock the seniors home. Yes, we will. We're gonna have walker races down, and we won't even have rockers back. Well, we won't even have walkers by then. We'll be on some kind of jet ski thing or hovercraft, just floating around. So this is buying into. Are you buying the memberships? Are you buying into this membership energy of crazy? Because if you're buying into that membership, if you're buying into the crazy on what side is what side and what is, you're buying into the draft. They're drafting you on who's right and who's wrong. And it's all working together. And this is not what we want to do. We want to start creating our own identity. We want to create what it is ours. We want to come into that Leo energy, because it's a Leo-Scorpio energy here. And Leo-Scorpio is about transformation. And Leo is about allowing ourselves to live with our true identity and our true selves and being our uniqueness and allowing ourselves to shine. And then we have this beautiful energy. And with the strength card, because the strength card in the tarot is Leo, it's that strength, it's that line, it's the infinity, allowing us to go with the flow of life, with that beautiful infinity, to flow and move towards what it is that we are conjuring within our lives, what we are working through with our lives, what are we breaking through within our energies, and what walls we are breaking down in order for us to transcend into that transcendental energy, which is beyond reality, which is beyond anything that we've ever thought or even dreamed of. But we have allowed ourselves to step into that cosmic energy of wonder. And that's the beauty that's also coming in. So we have this cohesive yin and yang energy that's coming in. And it's funny because a couple weeks ago we did with Kim and Alita. I did with Kim Tabay and Alita, that we did this yin and yang and vibrations out. And mine's still sitting over there. I haven't hung it up because I'm not pleased with it. I just don't feel it, man. It just didn't turn out the way I wanted. Some things aren't, it's not balanced. It's not the way I wanted it to be balanced. I feel like I just want to paint it all over and do something else on it. But, when I look at it, and it's just sitting over there, I'm looking at it right now. When I look at it, it's just like, okay, yeah, well, maybe that's part of me because I'm not all balanced. Believe it or not, I'm not all balanced. I'm not all there sometimes. And some of you are like, oh, we know. We solely know that. It's okay. We just love you anyways, Mama, but we know that you're not always balanced. So this is where it's coming into that beauty of ours. Because Friday, there's, the sun is opposing. And we're looking into our lives and our vastness. But are we playing the victim battle? Are we playing a victim battle? Right? Thanks, Tessa. Are we playing that victim battle in our lives? And where are we playing that victim? Because we all do it. We all do it. I do it. You do it. We all play some kind of victim in our life. So this is where we got to look at is where are we? Because the moon is squaring off Mars retrograde as of Friday. Like there's it's like the debate that's happening on Tuesday is it's happening at the exact square at 2503 Saturn and Mars. I mean, you can't, and you just can't make that shit up. It's going to be so crazy, the energies that are going to come in with that debate in the United States. That Is
this the one?
Yeah, you can't even. It's just like parts of that. I can't even imagine what's going to happen. Right. This is the energy that's coming in, right? It's a mind, like, this is why I say when I go back and and the Leo King was even saying, Saturn 1284 and stuff. He was like, I'm just like, man, how long has shit been being planned out? Let's go back to 2018, because in 2018 is where, as we're coming into, is where when Venus retrograded, and that is where a lot of energy is going to come up for when Venus retrograded in October, November of 2018. So think about 2018, because I know a lot of you were going through some craziness with relationships, with energies that were around you. What was happening? And where Saturn entered into Capricorn in 2017, that was a push, a newness. And I remember because I moved in here the day Saturn moved into Capricorn. Changed my whole life. Changed the way I thought. It was just crazy, the transit that happened when I moved in here from where I was. Coming out of a transits that were just like totally fucked up and totally crazy that I had to work myself through. This is why I love astrology, because I knew that through those 3 months or 4 months that was the buildup of everything, this was building me into coming in here. Guides were saying, get everything online. Your life is about to change. markets are going to be ending. You're not going to be going to markets. They're going to try and make them happen, but the markets are not going to happen. People are going to push the markets. People aren't going to be wanting to do markets. It's online. People are going to be wanting to do everything online, like it or not. That's the way it's going. It's going to be frustrating. There's still going to be shops and stuff that you can go to. But when it comes to really wanting to go into a market space, I know there's one coming up here in Calgary. I don't want to go to it. And the numbers of COVID are rising. We're entering into the second phase of this crazy manufactured virus. Why can't they handle it? It's manufactured. It doesn't act like a regular one. Right? So this is where we're heading into, and we're heading into some crazy things. That's why I say, if you are wanting your tour after, I don't even know if we're going to be, I know there's tours that we're having every Friday in October, and we've put it out there for having them every Friday in October. But my personal one, and if you guys want to book it, if you bought yours, I'm not doing anything after October 10th. I'm not doing it after, Can kids go? Yeah, as long as they're not like babies and stuff, yeah. But if you bought it, it's like, and you want to bring somebody else on it, I charge you $40 because you bought it for you, right? So, but yeah, 13-year-olds. Yeah, I've had 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds on my tours. And it's been awesome because they're just like, I can see this. This is crazy. It's wonderful. So, definitely. But I'm not doing my energies are saying no. My guides are saying no. And I look at the astrology and it's saying no. So, and this is where, I'd have to make a reservation because Una really, it's hard to get in there right now. But anyways, so even at the end of it, I can't guarantee where we're going to go to eat. So, and then because I did lose track of some people because nobody's gotten a hold of me. Some of the ghost tours that people bought were over a year ago, and I'm just like, I've moved on. With energies and with energies going forward. So just an FYI, it's just my things are changing. And I didn't think, when I was doing my own chart for the next year, because I'm going to be coming up to my solar return and looking at my own solar return coming up, because my birthday's November 4th, but with the energies coming up with that and looking at my next year, because whatever's happening in that time is a vibration for my next year. So my whole year is going to be energies are going to be totally tilting and changing. And I can see some craziness coming in, but it's a good crazy, but other people may not like the crazy. How much more crazy can I get? Wow. So there's a lot of that's coming in, not only for me, but for other people. So this is where, when we look at a lot of the transits that are coming in, it's really important not just to look today at what's happening, but to sort of do a backtrack from 6 months to a year. And now we're going back to 2018 to when we have the Venus retrograde. So what was happening in 2018 in October, November for the Venus retrograde? What was opening up for you? Are those people still in your life, or are they not? Did they go away? Saturn, where Saturn is right now, and going forward, he's looking over at Pluto and saying, hey, what we started or what I wanted, this is my house. Let's get going. And Pluto's like, hey, I'm still hiding here, man. So it's like plans that were being made by positive or negative or whatever people those plans, it's like, everybody meeting at the boardroom. Maybe they met at the boardroom in 2017 and now they're coming together again, or the plans are coming in, and it's like the CEO is coming out, and which the CEO could be you coming out and saying, okay, what I put into plan there, this is what we're going to start doing. And Pluto's like, I can't reveal everything yet. And Saturn's going, it's okay, because you're not going forward till October. So we got some time, a few weeks to really build on this. And I get my momentum. Jupiter's going forward, and he's just expanding everything that's happening, because that's what he does. He's the expander. He's expanding. He's going in and he's saying, okay, what do you want? I'll expand it all for you. Because I'm in Dad's house, so I got to fucking listen to him. It's like I'm 17 years old again, and I'm living in Dad's house, so I got to do what he says. So if he says, you know what, boy, you got to do this. This is what you got to do. It's that expansion that's coming in. So looking at what was going on in your life in 2017, I made a huge transition in my own personal life, finding a place where I can kind of anchor down, making roots, and I was thinking, because my family, it's like, okay, do I want to move? Like, do I want to get into something bigger? It would be nice. I mean, I got a lot of shit, but it's like, okay, where do I, this is like, things need to be moving into a new direction. And this is where this energy is coming in. And we got to get down. We got to get to the bottom of our own spiritual truth and focus on our own greatness with this. And when we start doing that, man, that is so sexy. That is so scrumptious and delicious, and just bringing in that ooziness and beauty. This is where we got to get in. And Venus, is 22 degrees, and it's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be quincunx Pluto. So things, it's like visioning. What is that vision? Because as she's moving forward, because she's slowly moving into Virgo. So this is like for us to pay more attention to, and not the big screen. This is where we don't fall into the traps, especially this weekend, and we're going to see things, right? And it's starting today, and that's the whole thing. This is like, where do you want to move? Where do you want to go? Right? Yeah, you don't want to clean that. And the thing, I often think of that because I have hard enough cleaning this house, and it's not very big. But where is it that you want to set up? I mean, I would love to set up a beautiful art studio, or have a place built where I could just go and just do. That is what I want, like to have my own little shack, my own little girly shack. Ooh, you know what would be cool? I'm going to throw this out there. A big yard to put a yurt in. Yes, but you know what I was thinking? Is get a trailer, a little retro trailer. Wouldn't that be cool? A she cave, a little retro trailer, a trailer from the 1950s or something, and have it, and then I could park it. I could still plug it in to the house, and it has the electricity and stuff, and have whatever, and just make it very cutesy, and have a, I think about turning our trailer for me, like a silver bullet. Silver bullet would be cool, but I'm thinking of like a little bit smaller than that. One of those ones from the 50s, the rounded ones, and that, you could have your little stove and everything in there and working if you wanted to. And I just have a little image of the sort of a 1950s, too stuffy in the summer. Well, I'm not worried about that, because that's nothing. That's nothing. And bringing that in, and that would be your own little, and you could have your, like, a place to sit in front. So you just make a little, I just like, take that fence down. I could see myself pulling it in. I don't know if my landlord and landlady would like it. But that's what I see like I could do, or something like that. Like I posted earlier on in the summer that it was called a lotus tent. I mean, those are really cool. But I like the idea of a little trailer and doing a trailer, because I can plug it in and it can still heat up and everything. Anyway, something to think about, put out there. And a place, and then you just have you can put a canopy, like, and you can have where you can have a little fire outside in front, and then you can have a place to sit. I don't know. There I am. So I'd be out there in the middle of winter doing something. Creating something. So this is about creating. This is about us really looking at the things of what it is that we want to do and bringing it to fruition. So, oh my goodness, so many things, getting to the bottom of it. Now my mind is going on creating. So a couple things that I'm going to be, that's going to be coming up for Beth at Besu Beats had one not too long ago for sale. Ooh, very cool. Very cool. I'm not ready for it yet. Like I wouldn't be ready for it yet, but it's something that's I'm putting out there. That could be putting out there. Even could be something to put on maybe I don't know, on a piece of property or something. I don't know. So anyways, put it out there. But there are things that are coming forward that I'm going to be creating. I know I mentioned my my Ship Be Gone spray, and I'm going to put in some orders in order for me to get the spray cans and stuff like that. So I'm going to be getting my Ship Be Gone spray and my Blissed Out spray being made. I am looking at different oils that I am wanting to create. I just have to get the stuff in to create it. So I'm looking at things like Van oil that I want to create. Because I've looked for it online, and yes, I can get it online, but it's so difficult to order it from the States for what I want, and I end up paying like $30 in shipping for a small thing. So things like that that I'm going to be creating and bringing in for some new stuff that's coming forward for me. So doing things like that, which will be fun. So my loves, today, be kind to yourself. Today, be loving to yourself. Today's a day for us to really begin to look into our own light and where we want to shine that light. That is where that is the essence. This is for us to. What doesn't look, this is like, if it doesn't look the way we want it to look, then we got to let it go. We can't hang on to things that aren't in our alignment. We got to let things go. This is for us to look into our own light and allowing it to shine. That's the most important thing. So we got to let our light shine in everything that we do. So if you're wanting to book in a reading, definitely let me know. I'm going to send out so much prayers to you guys. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Allow your light to shine. Be your uniqueness. Get curious on life. And bring in some laughter and happiness and joy. That's where the energy is. Focus on the laughter. Focus on the joy. Focus on your happiness. And sending you out so much blessings. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, in all that you do. Blessed be everybody. And thank you for being a part of my soul tribe. Blessings.